Hey, what's up, everybody? So you're looking to get a little information on some woods racing, XC racing, Indiana. I'm going to give you a quick 101, quick overview basically of what to expect, where to go, how much it costs, things like that. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right, guys, so let's get into it. I'm going to give you a quick bullet point basically of how we're going to do this video. We're first going to talk about, what are you looking for, which is kind of determine what class you're going to run. We'll talk about picking your machine, what you need to know about that, how you can set it up. We're going to talk about picking your series. Some people like close to home, base it around your schedule, the size of the series, things like that. And then we'll talk about race day, where to find the address, can we camp, prices, pit vehicles, things like that. So let's start at the top. All right, so what are you looking for? So this is going to determine, like I said, the class you're going to run. If you're new to the series or new to riding, racing, you're going to want like Trail Rider D class. If you've been riding for 2+ years, you're going to want maybe C D class. But keep in mind, man, you've got 12 rows in the AM class. And I am biased, I'm a bike guy, but quads are the same. You've got very similar classes in the quads. So keep that in mind if you're an adult wanting to start racing. If you're wanting to get your kid into racing, in general, this is straight off of IXCR website. Very general information here. Double check to make sure you've got the right bike, the right tire size for whatever class you're going to be racing. So that'll give you just a general place to start to pick out your class, and we'll move on from there. Okay, so guys, picking your machine. This one will be a quick one. Keep in mind, most of this is going to be pending on your class. For adults, you can run anything basically in Trail Rider. If you're just going out to have fun, bring your dad's 1978 Honda Goldwing, but double check online to make sure your bike meets your class. Okay, guys, so we're going to pick out your series. Again, this is for Indiana, kind of specifically, but in general, we've got 4 main series that run in Indiana. We're really lucky around here. We've got IXCR, Midwest, Crossroads, and Extreme. The main difference in these is IXCR Midwest, they're going to run, Saturday is going to be quads, Sunday is bikes, and Crossroads and Extreme run bikes on Saturday and quads on Sunday. So keep in mind, you always got GNCC and Stony Lonesome. I know there's a couple other like small series, but in general, like GNCC is a huge one that runs all across the US. Okay, guys, so it is race day, and you picked out your series. You know what you're going to run. You got your bike picked out. Loading it up, you're going to take your truck, your trailer, whatever you got. If you're going to camp, make sure you got a camper or a tent or something. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we go, we need all of our safety stuff. So we're going to go through that really quick. And I'm going to use my son's stuff as an example. In general, you're going to want some boots. You're going to want some gloves. You got to have a helmet. It's got to be DOT rated. And most of the kids I see don't run water packs. They're only like 30-minute races. Adults, I would highly suggest a water pack. Here's one that goes on your back. We've got one that goes just around your waist. So a water pack is crucial for me. But there's tons of variations, right? You're going to want some like chest guards. Your riding style is going to determine how much protection you're going to need, right? And then most series do require you to have some sort of a long sleeve. It doesn't necessarily have to be a really sweet jersey with your name on it, but in general, you want long sleeves, some sort of riding pants. But really, you guys, you can go out there in some overalls and a long sleeve t-shirt, throw a helmet on and you're good to go. So keep that in mind. Safety is very important. We all got to work on Monday, so just keep that in mind when you're heading out. So don't forget things. That's a big one for me. So load up everything you got. Load up a couple extra tools. If you get there and realize you got bolts that are loose, just knock on your neighbor's door. 100 times out of 100, they're going to be super helpful. So this is a great crowd you're getting into. So in general, you're going to get the address. First thing I got here is Facebook. Facebook's helpful. They're going to always have the poster, the flyer for the race, so you're going to know the address, what time things start. So when you get there, you're gonna pay an entry fee to get in. Everybody's got to pay to get in, whether you're racing or not. All adults are $20 per person. You're gonna get a wristband. Kids are $10. It's like 6 to 14, I believe, and then 5 and under is free. That's gonna be basically all of your series, and again, this is 2024, so if you're watching this video, keep that in mind. I camp about 50% of the races ish, but keep in mind camping's free. But you're gonna need like a generator or something if you want power, or if you're just tent camping, roughing it, man, that's awesome. So keep that in mind. That comes basically with your $20 entry fee. You're paying for basically camping. Next one, pit vehicles. So pit vehicles is going to be basically anything that you're riding around with a motor, right? My son's little 50 can be a pit vehicle, right? Or you can bring a golf cart. It's got a motor on it, but that is considered a pit vehicle. You can also bring a bicycle. That's really what they suggest, is just to bring a bicycle. I've got a little e-bike here. And then my son's been bringing his little pedal bike. He loves it. So my suggestion is like a bicycle, just because you don't want to walk everywhere. Once you get into it a little more, you might want to think about getting a golf cart, or just like a little pit vehicle or something to run around. Sometimes you got to park far away from registration, or you want to go watch people race. So it's really good to be able to get around. Okay, so you paid your money, you got your wristband, you're heading into the gate. Now, depending on when you get there, kind of depends on what you want to do first, right? I like to try to hit up registration first and get that out of the way, because sometimes registration line gets long. To give you an example, I waited at the first race of the year at IXCR for like an hour and a half, I think, in registration line. There was so many people. So keep that in mind when you're going in. If you can knock out your registration first, that's awesome. There's always going to be like a big general area with food trucks, and you've got your registration trailer. You usually got like a little platform for when people podium and things like that, take pictures. So look for that. You can always ask the ladies when you're going in, hey, where's registration at? And they'll kind of give you a general direction, and run up there and go register. That's my first thing, go register. So we're going to talk about registration. So registration, when you go to race, you got to pay for obviously each person racing. Adults are going to be $40, youth is $30, intermediates $20, micros $20, and if you need a transponder, they're $5. Keep in mind, you buy the transponder one time, and these transponders will work for all 4 series, right? They're going to work for IXCR Midwest Extreme and Crossroads. So this is just a example. This is my son's helmet. I got this one from Midwest, but he used it at IXCR for like 3 or 4 races this year. So it's just something that you're going to tape on the bottom side of your lid here, and that's all you need to do. Also with registration, they're going to give you a side plate, right? It's going to have your number on it. It's going to have your name and what class you're running. So you see Ryder Wilkes, 50. He's a beginner, 4 to 8. So, and then you're also going to have on the back, you're going to have your row number. He runs number 3. Okay, guys. So you registered. We're going to find a parking spot anywhere you want. Maybe it's Saturday and you race on Sunday. So you're just going to find a parking spot wherever, set up camp somewhere level, and enjoy the weekend. Just be ready to race when it's your time. If your race is at like 11:30, find out where the starting line is. You just ride up there about 11:20 and get on your line, and they're always going to have the national anthem. They're always going to give you like a track overview, basically, of anything to look out for. They'll talk about Pro Hill, give you a little track conditions. So after that, man, just talk with people on your line, make some new friends. This is the best place to make new friends. You know, it's the sport that we all like to do, and yeah, these are great people. So keep that in mind, and I hope to see you guys out there. Last but not least, this is not what I do. I'm not a very good blogger, but it's kind of fun. I've kind of seen a need for this. I've seen a lot of people post up, and it'd be cool to just like shoot people a video and say, hey man, this will give you basically a 101. Hopefully I'll knock this video down to, you know, less than 10 minutes, and let me know what you guys think. If I missed anything, I'd love to hear some feedback, and maybe I'll kind of revamp the video, or somebody else can do it better than me, I guess. So yeah, take it easy.